I was playing Elden Ring, and I was getting kind of bored, so I decided to go find a real challenge. Metroid Fusion with 1% completion. For those of you guys who are wondering what 1% completion means, it's basically just I have to get one missile expansion, because for whatever reason Nintendo decided to make it impossible to avoid. Other than that, I will not be collecting any optional items. Speaking of other, I've added an extra twist to this challenge. If I die 50 times, then I have to make a video about why Metroid Other M is a masterpiece. Here we have our first challenge, which is I don't know how to get out of this place. Well, that took me a little longer than I'd like to admit, but there's your proof that I have not practiced this game at all. This is the first boss. I believe his name is Arachnus. I'm assuming that the bosses are the only time I will die in this game. Well, I really hope this guy doesn't kill me because he's the first boss. He should be pretty easy, I would assume. Right now, as I'm sure you can tell, my strategy is basically just endure every hit. Although maybe I should switch that up, considering that if I die a lot, then I'm gonna be suffering next week when I make a review. So yeah, I just grab onto these ledges, actually, that are just conveniently sitting there, and now I can avoid most of his attacks. Alright, there we go. We beat him, and now he's turned into a Core X right there. That's basically what will happen for pretty much every boss. And I really I don't like that very much, not gonna lie. I mean, I do like it, but not in this particular case, because these things kill me way too often. Probably more often than the bosses themselves. Oh, that actually tricked me. I guess the fact that the ominous music was playing in the background, and there was a thing that appears on the door only before bosses, it wasn't enough to tell me that there was going to be a boss in this room. And that's my first death. I don't want to do this challenge anymore. On my second attempt, I learned that this dude is actually super easy, but I can't afford to be making stupid mistakes anymore. Seeing the computer in the background makes me realize that the scientists have to do parkour to get around their workplace. This is Ceres. I vividly remember fighting this boss, which means he's probably going to be a pain in the butt. I'm genuinely concerned right now. I'm sure there's some sort of pattern that you can learn to avoid all of his attacks, but currently I don't know it, so I'm just going to get destroyed. I'm not a fan of the fact that the screen is so tiny. I just jumped into that. How was I supposed to know that he was going to be there? This time I'm going to hang out on the ceiling. This strategy is proving to be pretty effective. Ceres is almost dead here, but so am I, so oh, never mind. I am dead. It only took me 8 tries, but I finally beat Ceres. At this point, any hope I had of beating this game has been quelled. These enemies don't look like they should be doing nearly as much damage as they do. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? I guess we're going for a little swim now, which means that I can't escape the Core X. Is Wii U gamepad spiking a thing? Because if it's not, I'm about to make it a thing. I finally made it back to the save room after beating Ceres. I'll tell you what, 50 lives sounded like a lot more before I started this challenge. This is the one missile expansion that needs to be collected, so that's why I'll have 15 missiles instead of 10 from now on. This next boss is called Box. I think it's supposed to be an acronym, although I have no idea what it means, and quite frankly, I don't think the people who named it know what it means either, because there are only 2 words that start with X. Stupid name aside, this is actually an alright boss, and I've managed to somehow miss every single shot up to this point, which I would say is a talent in its own right. You would think that I would accidentally hit it at least once, but no, I'm just so good at being bad. It's crazy how falling into a pillar of fire does way less damage than bumping into a slowly moving object. Something that I'm learning is that it's really hard to come up with commentary when you're fighting the same boss over and over again. That probably means I should just change up my strategy and talk about that, but I'll just do that next round. This is just one of those deaths that's going to be so tempting to leave out of the video. It turns out that the pillars of fire don't hit the area where the bomb is located, so if I just hang out right above that, then I'm not going to get hurt. This is just one of those deaths that's going to be so tempting to leave out of the video. Oh yeah, I forgot, this isn't the last time we'll be seeing Box. I mean, it probably is based on the way I'm playing right now, but like, he'll show up later in the game. Those things do 69 damage? If only there was a sarcastic word I could use to express my frustration. Nothing's coming to mind. Oh, how nice. I had no way of getting out of there. I almost shot that, but I thought about it and didn't. And I think that's going to be the key to my success, is just don't wildly charge into everything. That was not a good time to stop and think. This is such a lazy boss. It's literally just a big circle with other little versions of it circling around it. And yet, I think it'll still kill me like at least 3 times. There's the first one. Oh, I thought I was being smart there, because I was just going to shoot down, but then I accidentally died. Easy. Therefore, HQ has developed an ice missile upgrade. This will add a freezing effect to your missiles. It will help. Poetry. I think everybody already knows the outcome of this video at this point, and it gets really boring, honestly, so yeah, I do die 50 times, and now I'm just going to show you some highlights rather than keeping track of each death. I remember the first time I played this game, I was stuck in this room for about half an hour. I managed to cut that down to 15 minutes this time, but David Jaffe would not approve. Somebody needs to call an ambulance, but not for me. Could the ambulance like stay close by though, because I'm probably going to need it in a few minutes. I don't know if playing in the morph ball or just regular Samus is going to make it easier to get past this. What I do know is that you have to jump, so I should try that next time. This is the first time that regular Space Pirate Troopers have posed a threat. This is probably the second toughest boss in the game, with the first obviously being Nightmare, and that right there just proved my point. This is my final life, and I have one wish. I just want the last thing to kill me to be the tough boss, and not some random, stupid space pirate. I really don't want to drop down here to fight this last guy, but something tells me I have no other choice, so I guess I'm just gonna do it. Oh my goodness, wow. 5 energy. Okay, I gotta get down here quick. And... okay. I defeated the last space pirate, so at this point, the only thing that can kill me is that boss. I have a correction to make actually. This door could technically kill me. It's not super likely, but I mean, knowing my luck and just the way that this playthrough has gone, it looks like I get the honor of having this guy kill me. So that's nice. Oh, never mind. I still have 2 energy. Could this mean something? Nope. Turns out it meant nothing. Wait a second. Samus is a woman?